not conceive the three spheres as real. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. If you don't examine your own errors, you may look like a practitioner, but not act as one. Therefore, always examining your own errors, rid yourself of them. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. If, through the influence, disturbing emotions, point out the faults of another bodhisattva, you yourself are diminished. So don't mention the faults of those who have entered the great vehicle. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Reward and respect cause us to quarrel and make hearing, thinking, and meditation decline. For this reason, give up attachment to the households of friends, relations, and benefactors. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Harsh words disturb the minds of others and cause deterioration in a bodhisattva's conduct. Therefore, give up harsh words which are unpleasant to others. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Habitual disturbing emotions are hard to stop through counteractions. Armed with antidotes, the guards of mindfulness and mental alertness destroy disturbing emotions like attachment at once, as soon as they arise. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. In brief, whatever you are doing, ask yourself, what's the state of my mind? With constant mindfulness and mental alertness, accomplish others' good. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. To remove the suffering of limitless beings, understanding the purity of the three spheres, dedicate the virtue for making such effort to enlightenment. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. For all who want to train on the bodhisattva path, I have written the 37 practices of bodhisattvas, following what has been said by the excellent ones on the meaning of the sutras, tantras, and treatises. Though not poetically pleasing to scholars, owing to my poor intelligence and lack of learning, I've relied on the sutras and the words of the excellent, so I think these bodhisattva practices are without error. However, as the great deeds of bodhisattvas are hard to fathom from one of my poor intelligence, I beg the excellent to forgive all faults, such as contradictions and non sequiturs. Through the virtue from this, may all living beings gain the ultimate and conventional altruistic intention, and thereby become like the protector Chenrezig, who dwells in neither extreme, not in the world, nor in peace. Now, again, anyone who doesn't have one of these little blue books, please feel free to take it with you as White Lotus's gift to you. Remarkable, composed by a Tibetan monk 800 years ago, something like that. Amazing. It's so clear. You can rely on it. Garchen Rinpoche has given out, I would guess, tens of thousands of these around the world. He's had it translated into so many different languages: Ukrainian, Russian, Spanish, Hebrew. It's just amazing what he's done with this. And he says the entire Buddhist path can be found in this little book. So it is remarkably clear with not so much technical, highly symbolic language, which can be confusing to people. But when you come across a word that you don't know, you discover the meaning. Bodhisattva, what does that mean? So this is the Bodhisattva path. And it's just very useful and complete. So really wonderful. There's outer meaning, inner meaning, secret meanings, innermost secret meanings. It's just a profound text. The Tibetans have a saying somewhere that, if you pick up a rock, you see all sorts of critters running around, right? All these insects. And what are they looking for? They're all looking for happiness. And yet we live in this situation where Shantideva, this great Indian of more than 1,000 years ago, said, some rush to sorrow only because of their hope of escaping sorrow. Although striving for happiness, like their own enemy, they stupidly destroy their own happiness. This is our situation as human beings. Everyone wants happiness. And yet, if you are honest, if you look around the world, you don't see much. What you see is very, very temporary. And then when you look into your heart, similarly, one meditates for the first time and there's just this can be this explosion of just random thoughts and distractions. And it's like the sun has come into a sort of a stagnant room Suddenly you see a beam of light. You see the light is totally good, but you see all the dust particles floating around in there. So the nature of our mind, that light, you might say, the knowing aspect, the clear aspect, the luminous aspect, the vast, limitless aspect, that's there all the time, but we fill it up. And what's the source of these obsessions? Creation of all this stuff. Well, that's what the Buddha pointed out. He was deeply troubled by the seemingly universal nature of suffering. And is there a way out of that? Or is all this just a bad joke? So he discovered that. And interestingly to me, pointed out the path. So we have these texts that are, like 2,000 years old. The first printed book in the world is the Diamond Sutra. This has been around a long time, and you can still read those texts, and it's not like they're imperceivable, that you can't understand them. And where they are, it's because the profundity of them, and they're just all these commentaries that can be used. But what's so significant? These are the words of Shantideva. This favorable moment, so hard to obtain, has arrived, leading to the achievement of the well-being of men and women. If it is not utilized advantageously now, will the opportunity ever come again? As lightning is seen brightly for an instant in the darkness of a clouded night, so perhaps for once the thought of the world may be turned by the gesture of the Buddha to good things for an instant. Buddha discovered cause and effect by body, speech, and mind, and that cause has effects. It's the harmony of the whole world, seen and unseen. This magic, it seems, in a worldly sense, this thought of enlightenment, this bodhicitta, the mind of awakening, this is all that Khempo teaches. This is the cause of not only happiness, but beyond happiness, to the happiness of all. So this is extremely precious. And yet, we're all human beings, and we run around, and like it says, is lightning is seen just for a flash in the midst of a dark night. It's like that. But that flash is valid. You should never disparage yourself. Discovering the path. It's the most precious thing. So, yeah, just a little bit motivated this morning to open my mouth. So, Khempo, please. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Please take it away.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear perfectly? Okay. Okay. Past 2 Sundays, we talked about Four Noble Truths, right? I remember last Sunday, I was asking you one question. Probably you still remember and ready to answer to it for me. I hope so. So what question was? Huh? Do you remember? Huh? Yes or no? Huh? Right, that's right. For making money, for what is purpose? So actually the answer I think so will be really comes many different ways, all of correct, but mainly consent when people going to make money. And when people daily life keep singing, for what? That's the main reason. There's two ways, right? So what do you think? You have any answer? If not, don't worry. That's okay. No problem. Could be there's no answer. Who knows? Perfectly. But mainly, we always talking the samsara is nature of the suffering, right? So we have experienced the daily life, hundreds and thousands experience. The mostly at the daytime. So how many different thoughts comes and goes? The most thoughts makes feel really uncomfortable in normally, right? Every single times. Therefore, people need to do many different things in the daytime. So we need to do something. Without doing anything, we cannot survive. We need to move, whatever. Whether we like that or not, doesn't really matter. We need to move. Right? Huh? If we not really move, that means we always stay in meditation. Nobody can do that. Right? Yes or no? Huh? So we just moving around with the distraction and then feel not much suffering. Our mind is stuck with the distraction things. When we get a little bit relaxed, right? And then think again and again, and then so many different things comes. So in brief, okay, mainly here what I mean, why we making money every day and why we going to work for every single day. The main purpose is people think that is reason real is for provide or for preventing, for protect the future suffering. You understand? For prevent the future suffering. We think if I have no money, what I can do tomorrow, next month, and next year. So nobody think, or today I need to make money, next month I will be going to really happy. People not think that way. If I make today money, go every day walk, I won't get suffering in the next time. Right? So that means there's lots of sufferings in the samsara. You agree or not? Huh? So you're making money, when you one day going to, oh, today I need to make money, tomorrow I'm very happy. You think that way or not? Huh? You thinking that way? Huh? Or if you got this month, there's lots of salaries, right?
Yeah.
So if you have more money, reality, if you really think opposite, and then you have more suffering. That's true, right? If you really take always moderate moderation,
Things in moderation.
things in moderation, you're always happy, whatever you have, right? So if we eat healthy food, what is main purpose? Nobody think I eat healthy food, I will be going to happy. No, If I eat this healthy food, I won't get any sick. That means you're preventing
Preventing.
for suffering, not to get extra happiness. Yes or no? Sort of, kind of. If you have logic, if you have more evidence, welcome all the time.
Right.
Really.
Right.
I like that kind of debate.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Because
Khempo, we can do things, we do things because we think we maybe want some happiness. Like, I don't know. I want to, go to a movie. So I'm wanting some happiness. It's also distraction, of course, but I'm wanting some happiness, and I'll be happy if I go to a movie. But if I don't have any water, if I'm thirsty, the suffering is much stronger. So underneath it, you want to stop the suffering. That's always stronger. If you have two desires, the one that is like survival or whatever, the suffering always wins. So if you don't have if you have a level of kind of moderate suffering or suffering you can ignore and just want distraction, then yeah, you talk about happiness, but suffering always trumps happiness.
so that's why first Buddha teaching in the wilderness in India, he first word, their suffering should be understood.
Mm.
So in the daily life, we have lots of suffering, had lots of suffering, but people not much think this is a suffering.
Mm-hmm.
And even the problem, there is any antidote of the suffering.
Mm.
The people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, many people are mad, some scientists and scholars, West and East, many people think the three poses, this is just, they think natural. Many people told me anger attachment cannot read off.
Mm-hmm.
There's this big misconceptions. Just leave it. Big misconcept. Because they never try to reduce the attachment, anger, and ignorance. And then they think cannot do these things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So in the Buddhism, and the Buddha told every single negative emotion, each one has antidote,
Mm.
right? Each one of them has antidote or have antidote.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if you feel jealousy, right? And you immediately try to change your mindset and think rejoice instead of jealousy. Your jealousy will be immediately after gone. That's for sure. Try. Not only once work, 2, 3, today, tomorrow, this month, next month, one day, very, very comfortable with you.
Mm-hmm.
Then later, if you make familiar with this training, the mind, and then one day, before you feel jealousy, comes already there rejoice. You understand? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. If we really not going to try this one and I'm not going to start, always we think that's not truth.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm.
And then still you say that's not true, and that is really silly talk. Silly?
Silly.
Silly. Or how to say,
Idiotic.
Idiot,
Yeah.
idiotic things. For example, if you never eat any food, right? If you say this is not delicious, it's similar. You don't know anything about that, but still you want to say this is not delicious.
Right.
The same thing. Right? Try again and again. Even we call the electronic systems call. And they say try again and again. Of course, we need to take the antidote of the negative thoughts. We need to try again and again. Yes or no? This is not necessary you see any special locations. When you are driving, if you feel jealousy, your thoughts come some, your enemy or friend, whatever. You can become different thoughts. You heard yesterday something, and some your friend or kind of enemy, so many things nowadays. Some in person looks like friend, in the behind enemy, definitely enemies. These things in the samsara are lots of around the world right now. So therefore, if you imagine, come your sort of friend or sort of enemy, and then you have this is very go up and lots of money making, becoming popular and famous, you feel so jealousy. At that time, when you are driving, stay. But oh, this is not good. This feel makes me very, very uncomfortable, tired, and so exhausted. So I need to rejoice for them, regardless your enemies or friends. And then you feel relaxed. See, you understand immediately. And then you relax. And that means you're doing really you're doing really great. Because you love yourself. You want to be happy. You don't want to be with the miserable things. Right? So this changing the mindset is not depend on any kind of situation and anyone. Just depend on your motivate and changing your mindset. That's for sure. Right? Huh? I don't know. So therefore, Buddha first emphasizedly said there is suffering you should be understood. You should understood. Huh? Right? That's important. And then if you understand the suffering clearly, and then you easy to take the antidote of the suffering. That's for sure. Huh? Suffering every single moment, whatever people, so many different names there. You understand? Uncomfortable is suffering. Sad, suffering. Worry is a suffering. Constant, sort of suffering. Sore, suffering. Painful, of course, no question. Everything is a suffering. Any discomfort things is called the suffering. You want to be always enjoying happiness, right? Tremendously, what is called high level situation. So therefore, Buddha clearly mentioned already there, if you really understand somewhat of the suffering, and then when you get the suffering, you think, what is this suffering's cause? With me right now, like, if you are happy, why you want happy? How to say? Why you get unhappy this morning or yesterday? You think that way. If you really painful your physical body, and what you did wrong yesterday, something. Don't think to get the tablet, painkiller medicine. Think what you did wrong with the food, with your behaviors yesterday or last month. And then you will understand what this suffering is the cause of definitely that things. And then you can, how to say, um, you can, you can abandon that cause of the sufferings, your physical. So right now, technology is increasing, and everybody has cell phone 24 hours almost, except sleeping, right? And somebody is just put in the, under the pillow, a cell phone. If I'm deep sleep, I don't really hear in the sound, and they put in the under the chair, and the vibration or something. Oh, get up, no problem. And just looking and try to respond, and that makes more suffering you. And then you have expectation who texts me, right? If I 5 minutes, 10 minutes delayed, and then you get suffering, right? But we need to use the how to say positive things. So many the health systems in the cell phone right now, your blood pressures and the blood sugars, what is calories,
Calories.
and what is called cholesterol, what is called cholesterol.
Cholesterol.
Yeah, everything. So you need to look there and take picture of your food and look. They're very easy. And then be happy. And then you know what is you're doing, and you load the cell phone. Looks like cell phone's a mirror. Mirror, right? Mirror.
Yeah, a mirror.
I think so. I believe everybody in the morning really go to near the mirror. What is I'm today? And do like this. If wrinkle, and we can do like this, and put some cream, and it looks better. Right? Reality is getting worse. Yeah, that's for sure. You feel much better than yesterday. But because aging, every single moment goes aging, right?
Right.
So for including me, I feel like still same when I was in India. Every day I have mirror in my bathroom. I'm looking. Oh, it's good. But reality getting worse. Really. So think that way. And then cell phone is very useful if we can use, right? And then you just take walk. That walking is best exercise. But best exercise, the post station. But people really not much follow post station. I don't know this. And the second is the good thing is walk. If the gym is actually good, you're happy. So many people are there and enjoying it, especially for young people.
Yeah.
But the gym is complicated. Every single thing you need to do different things. If you think this done, and then you need to do these things, other things. And if you think this done, and you go need to upstairs, there are so many different things. Yeah, really. Something happened in India, somebody too strong, right? And they do something, these things more than this left. And one day they just hand is the left hand is shorter and the right hand is longer. Be careful. Huh? The gem is difficult, right? And then now is the advertiser, the business things are more and more in the social media. Everybody thinks that that's very true. And then next they say, buy now. Just already they are killing, right? And months later, your money is wasted and nothing happened. They already, 100 millions already collected money. Once they, I would say, advertisers, right? But anyway, so therefore, we need to know suffering, every single things, really. So therefore, second thing Buddha say, I'm just, give you point.
Mm.
You keep in the mind your mind or your note what is it? Your
Notebook.
notebook. You not app. Now we can say it, not app. This is not book, right? Well,
Not book.
so people now it's just name is very funny. Like 100 years before, people said paper wall. That's really true. Everybody writing down right now computer, but still they say paper wall,
Paperwork. Right.
right? But similar, this not app. You writing down there in keep with you. So you need to how to say their suffering. You should understood one thing,
Mm.
okay. A second thing, their origin
Origin of suffering.
abandoned, very easy.
Mm.
Origin abandoned, easy.
Mm.
Why? Because the origin is cause of the suffering. You understand?
Mm.
What is origin? Huh?
Origin.
Your three process and your bad action.
Mm.
That's very easy, huh? Simple. If you do that, you all the time happy. You don't need to ask anyone. If you do that, you don't need to practice any certain texts. You don't need to pray Buddha Dharma. You believe that.
Mm.
Don't follow your three process, ignorance, attachment, anger. Don't do any bad actions. And then you don't need to practice anything. That is your practice.
Mm.
Right? So these things, there's not need to be in a certain locations
Mm.
and not special and a specific time.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime, anywhere. Watch your mind. Take care your body and speech. Easy or not?
Mm-hmm.
Watch for what? Watch
What's your mind?
mind. Take care for what?
Body and speech.
Body and speech. A body, a mouth.
Yeah.
The good wording is my mouth always zip up. You need that things.
Zip up my mouth.
Really, that's very good. Huh? Whatever your mind zip up or not, but it helps if your mouth is zip up. Many negatives you already stop.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Huh? Could be.
Very true.
Well, I don't know. Really, I don't know. And the second thing, their cessation, realize. What need to do cessation? Realize. Recognition.
Cessation he's talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cessation.
Nirodha.
Cessation, and you need to know cessation, nirvana, liberated, transcendent, and seeing of the path, all same thing.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
Huh? Well, if you are Mahayana follower, their bhume and path, the two things. And the first bhume and seeing of the path,
Seeing the path.
and cessation,
Mm-hmm.
nirvana is same thing.
Khempo is pointing out it can be overwhelming for us because we're not educated in this way. But Buddhism has many, many, many words that actually have the same meaning or very close, different aspects. Garamche says like a jewel with 84,000 different facets. So for us, because we don't know, we get kind of lost with all these words. But it's actually very simple what he's saying. So the good thing about all these words is that they exist because there are 84,000 different types of human beings, and each one of us has 84,000 different collections of emotions going on. So each one of those words maybe strikes you particularly. It can be like a a window for you. But what you don't know, the other great thing is that that's what all these texts are about and all these teachings and everything, because you go in so you understand what it's talking about. Where you don't know something, that's a good sign. The doubt is a good sign. That's our path.
Then what is already done?
Yeah.
3 or 4 of them done.
Mm-hmm.
Truth of suffering. What is suffering? What? Should. Suffering what? Should understood.
Mm-hmm. Should be understood.
Should
Should be
be
understood.
And the second thing, a gunjong origin.
Origin, right? The origin of suffering. What is the origin
Right.
of suffering?
What need to do origin?
Abandon.
Abandon. Easy. The important thing is what is origin?
Mm.
I have 3 of them. I have bad actions.
Mm-hmm.
That is origin. That makes me suffering all the time, complicated. So now I need to abandon my attachment, my anger, and my ignorance.
Mm.
So I have right to get rid of these things. I have responsibility to eradicate these my 3 poisons. You have already same thing, right? You no need to ask anything, and you no need to get any permission to rid of the R3 poisons. Everybody says, go ahead, right?
Mm.
And you have chance and you have opportunity every single moment to get rid of your 3 poisons. There is no excuse, right?
Mm.
If you really go outside, immediately storm or rain is calm, the weather makes you anger, you have good opportunity to be relaxed and calm down. Don't yell the weather. This weather is terrible. Oh, I read everything, what I can do. And even so, the, how to say, lightning and thunder, I cannot use even cell phone. Really, somebody to help me. And they're yelling. That means you not really take care of your 3 poisons. Just relax. Whatever rain comes, let come. We cannot do anything. Then you'll be more happy. That's your benefit for yourself. Right? So think that way. And that means you try to change your mind every single moment. That means you're not necessarily practitioner to say, but you become a better person.
Mm.
We need good person, people. We need better people, person around the world, regardless you follower or not follower, you are believer or not believer, doesn't really matter. Everywhere need better person and people. They're less suffer and less complicated and less making trouble. Right? The most samsaric problem is made by man. Not animal, not cow, not dogs, not kids. They are very wonderful. But people always ignore the animals. So we do everything bad things. Right? Huh? So therefore, these idea, I'm not necessarily say Buddhism, these idea and these wonderful perspectives and thought makes better person and people. So we need a daily life that we need or not, huh? Right? Okay. Okay, now easy to keep in the mind, right? To the last, the 4 noble truths is done, right? Done means teach from me, right? And not done, but so many things. And you easy to understand truth of suffering, truth of origin, truth of cessation, truth of path. Very easy. Sometimes English, there are so many things there. What is it? I saw some texts, truth of suffering, how to say, truth of origin of suffering, truth of cessation of suffering. So every single after this suffering, I don't know that mean.
Mm-hmm.
In the Sanskrit, this is not really there. In
Mhm.
Tibet, not there.
Mm-hmm.
Just what I'm seeing,
Mhm.
truth of suffering,
Mm-hmm.
a truth of origin, a truth of path,
Mm-hmm.
a truth of cessation.
Mm-hmm.
In Sanskrit, said dukkha satya, the first truth of suffering. And the second, the Gunjong original said samudaya seta. Right? After there's not suffering things there.
Mm.
But anyway, easy to keep in the mind.
Mm.
And then first is cause, and second is effect. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That's easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody very great mathematic. Huh? The most people scientists, I believe here. Right?
Yes.
So the first is cause.
Cause.
First are cause.
Yes.
Huh? Second are effect.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or first is effect, second is cause. What is that?
Right.
Huh?
So-
If
so-
you clear in order the Four Noble Truths, then you're very easy to understand that. First is truth of suffering, cause and effect.
Yeah.
What is that? Truth of suffering, cause and effect.
the
First one, number one.
Suffering is effect.
No, I'm using the word truth of suffering is cause and suffering. No, cause and effect,
Yeah.
or effect. Word one.
Effect, of course, of origin.
Effect, right. And second one, truth of origin, cause of effect.
That's the cause of suffering.
The cause of suffering,
The
cause.
origin
That
is
is
the
cause,
cause of. Yeah.
right? And third one, the
Cessation.
truth of cessation, cause and effect.
That's the effect.
Effect, right. And the last one, truth of origin.
Path.
How to say?
Path.
What?
Path.
Yeah, path. What is this? Cause and effect.
Cause.
Cause.
Cause
It's really
of
easy.
cessation. Yeah.
That's easy. This thing really, I'm really be honest with you. Just you need to think today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, only once and once. Just one paper. Sometimes I do like that. For this is my personal activities. I'm writing down piece of paper and then I put there. They remind you very good.
Mm.
So think only once a day, very easy. Like few minutes, at deeper level, then you will get more clear comprehension.
Mm.
The Buddhism most important thing is comprehension. So if we read the letter, the characters,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people really think easy.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to think more and more about that. And close the eye, if you best can do. Put your very strong coffee in front of your table.
Mm-hmm.
And just relax, cell phone put away. Really, no need to, I mean, that doesn't mean you need to do, how to say, meditation things.
Mhm.
Just think about that. That is called the reflecting
Mm-hmm.
or contemplation.
Mm-hmm.
That makes you really, really great comprehension, your comprehension.
Mm-hmm.
And Diloba said, if you really completely understand one single word in the Mahamudra, if the someone who has great comprehension, you will understand thousands and millions meaning immediately
Mm.
after. That's really point.
Mm.
I believe that. Okay. Oh, 7 minutes over. Okay, now we stop here. Thank you. Take rest. 1 hour later, we need to rest because of suffering. That everybody knows. I got painful here knees, and then little bit take rest and have some coffee and more relax, and sit down and more, how to say, relax. And then 12 o'clock we need to really, how to say, big holiday,
Sunday.
right?
Right. Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
See you soon.
All right. Tea break.